This tutorial is to help in completing Excel Project 12. To begin with, you were asked to download a file from Canvas. This is what the file looks like once it's been downloaded. You do need to come up and click on this Enable Editing option. That makes it so that we can see all of our ribbons and make changes to our file. Now we do need to use the internet to find the authors for the books that are not listed. So we have Of Mice and Men is our first one, so we're going to go ahead and open a new tab in our internet, and then we can go to Google to search, and we are going to search for Of Mice and Men author. And notice right here at the top, if we're using Google, we have John Steinbeck, Of Mice and Men author, and then over here there's a simple biography about him. So we're going to put in John Steinbeck. Now we do have the names split into first name and last name. So make sure you key those in properly. And I'm going to just go ahead and adjust my column width so I can see who I have a little bit better. All right, next we need to find the author of Little Women. So we're going to come back to our internet and we'll do Little Women author. And we end up with Louisa May Alcott. Now we're going to put Louisa and May in the same cell, and then Alcott, her last name, will be in the next cell. And then the last one we need is Lord of the Rings, and I know that's J.R.R. Tolkien. I think a lot of us do because of the movies. However, I need to make sure that I'm spelling correctly. So I'm going to go ahead and put in Lord of the Rings author. And it looks like there is a period and a space between each of those initials, and then his last name is with an IE. So we're going to come here and we're going to do J period space, R period space, R period space. Oh, we don't need a space after that one. And then Tolkien. So we have J.R.R. Tolkien. All right, once we have all of the information here, let's go ahead and do a save as. So we'll go to File, Save As, and then be sure that you change to your student drive in your computer tech folder, in your Excel folder, and then we're going to leave it as Project 12. Just make sure it doesn't add anything else to it. It should just say project12.xlsx, and then click on Save. All right, now to format this, we're going to come up to our main heading and do the correct formatting for that. And we should know this by now. It's 15-point bold, and then we're going to merge and center it across our table. And we're only using 3 columns, A, B, and C. Our column headings are on row 3. Those need to be underlined and centered. Now here's where we run into something that's a little bit new. If we have one column heading that needs to be centered over 2 columns, we are going to highlight the 2 columns that it's going to be centered across. So I have B3 through C3, and I do a merge and center there. That way it identifies that both of those columns are the author's names. Okay, we're going to adjust all of our column widths again, since we've added some new names, just to make sure everything is correct. We do need to center horizontally and vertically. So we're going to go to our page layout, launch page setup, choose margins, put a check mark by horizontally and a check mark by vertically. Then we're going to add a header. With your name at the left, class period in the center, and then we're going to click on our file name button and have that display in the right. Now I don't like to work in this view, so I'm going to go to my View tab. Oh, click out of your header, go to your View tab, and I'm going to change back to normal view. We are going to go ahead and click on Quick Save to make sure we don't lose any of the changes that we just made. And then we're going to sort our file. Now when we're performing a sort, we do need to make sure that we highlight all of the data that we want to move. Do not highlight anything that you don't want moved. So we want to leave the column headings alone and the main heading alone. So everything underneath the column headings will be highlighted. And then we're going to go to our Home tab. And in the editing group, there's a Sort and Filter button. We'll click on that. And we're going to go into Custom Sort. And it tells us to sort the file in alphabetical order by title. Now, alphabetical would mean A to Z, and then we want to do by title. So if we look, our titles are in column A. So here where it says Sort By, we can choose Title, Author, or column C. We want to choose the title column. Now it took those based on our column headings that were keyed in above that. And then we want that to say A to Z, and then we will click on OK. And now we should have Harry Potter at the top and White Fang at the bottom. We're going to go to File and Save As, and we're going to name this Project 12A. That indicates that it's a little different than the original Project 12. And then we're going to convert this one to a PDF. So we'll go to Save and Send, Create PDF XPS, and then go ahead and publish that. When the PDF pops up, you can go ahead and close. Alright, we are going to sort again. We have two parts to this, and then we'll be turning in two files. This one says sort the file in alphabetical order by author's last name. So we're going to highlight our data under our column headings again. Go to the Home tab, the Editing group, Sort and Filter, Custom Sort. And then the author's last name is in column C, which happens to be labeled with a column C. We typed the word author in column B, that's why it's showing as the title for column B. Column C doesn't have a title. So we're going to click that. And then we click on OK, and we should have Louisa May Alcott at the top and Lord of the Rings J.R.R. Tolkien at the bottom. We're going to do a Save As and change this to Project 12B. We don't want to move or lose the original 12A that we did. And then go ahead and convert this one to a PDF. And when you go to submit this, you're going to submit 12A and 12B. So two files will be submitted into Canvas.